Madam Chair, may I make a brief comment on
Absolutely.
your amendment, number 115, which I just voted to support? I want to thank you for your work on this over many, many years. I want to thank you for your diligence, and I'm a co-sponsor of this and proud to be. And I wanted to say a word about why I'm co-sponsoring this legislation, why I just voted for it, intend to continue supporting it. As a former prosecutor myself, former Attorney General of the state of Missouri, I think about this as a former prosecutor, and I believe that when we have servicemen and women who have had serious crimes committed against them, felony crimes, as are addressed in this bill, it is absolutely imperative that justice is done to these men and women, is done for them, and that the procedures and standards that they can expect are uniform and are predictable, that trained military prosecutors make the final call as to whether or not this will go forward, these cases will go forward for prosecution. And the reason for that is we want the evidence to be weighed by the prosecutor, the individual, the woman or the man who's going to be presenting this to a jury, to a judge in the system. I want these victims who have been harmed, these servicemen and women who have been harmed, attacked, had crimes committed against them, I want the military prosecutor who's going to have to try this case or at least be in charge of seeing that the case is tried to make that decision as to whether or not this case is going to be, they're going to be able to get a conviction and to go forward with it. I think that's a predictable system. I think it is one that both defendants and victims can support because the rules are uniform. It's across the board. It's analogous to our civilian system, but still, of course, stays within the military system of justice. It's one I believe that our allies also use and have used successfully. And for those reasons, for those prosecutorial reasons, I'm supporting this. Now, I understand that this is, let me just put it this way. This amendment has gotten quite a bit of attention, and I imagine it will get quite a bit of attention tomorrow. And I welcome the debate. I think we can have that debate. We can have it. I know you've been having it on the floor. We can have it in committee tomorrow. But I would just say this. We're going to see a number of amendments, I understand, tomorrow in the committee. I'm reading about some of them in the press, which I quite frankly think if you're concerned about military readiness, if you're concerned about military performance issues, if you're concerned about political correctness and woke correctness in the military as I am, what I read about in the press that we're going to be considering tomorrow, I just humbly suggest that you might want to focus your attention there as opposed to this amendment, which I think should be and is supported by prosecutors, including former prosecutors who are members of this body, and that I think will go a long way towards standardizing our system and doing justice for military families. So for those reasons, I'm a co-sponsor and supporting it. Thank you for your work, Madam Chair, on this, and I look forward to further debate tomorrow.